Boys and girls, this Saturday we are having our farmers market, and when you come, I am going to have a botanical sketchbook just for you. This is mine. You'll see I wrote belongs to Anne. That's my name. Yes, it has an E, but only my mother calls me Annie. Yours is going to look like this, and you're going to notice when you sit down that your names are going to be right here. There's going to be a label. It's a little bit hard to find at first, but we didn't really want them to be obvious. So when you look around, you're going to find your label, you're going to sit down, and you are going to write your name right here, okay? The next thing that you're going to do is put the date and the weather. Now, today it happens to be October 11, which you cannot see. Let me move that. It might be October 12 tomorrow, and you can put that there. And then just have someone step out the door and look if it's sunny or cloudy or rainy or whatever, and you can knock that out. Now, today we are going to be doing 2 pages in your sketchbook, and the rest you are going to be doing at the farmer's market or at home. I really hope you can do a lot of these at home. You can go to the beach and bring it along. Some of you might be panicking because you're saying, I'm not going to the farmer's market. Well, guess what? If you come to me on Monday, I will give you yours, okay? But let me walk you through this thing because I actually drew all the pictures in this sketchbook for you because I was so inspired by you last week that I wanted you to do more sketching. So this is the front. This we're going to be making a very large flower today. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Next, this page, it says, look down into the grass. What do you see? You can just sit down at your friend's house or whatever. You can bring your sketchbook and you just sketch the things that you see down into the grass. This is one that we're going to be doing today. It's called the side by side. Someone will have already put a leaf right here for you, and then you're going to draw the same leaf over there. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now this is the botanical page, and this is one that if you go to the farmer's market, I would love for you to do there. I am going to have a plant where I'm going to have it cut in half like this. I'm going to have all the petals laid out. I'm going to have the seed pod, everything, so that you can actually do real botanical art on this page right here. And you can number it and label it. It's going to be super cool. Now, this page lets us know, this is a picture of my hand holding some cards, and I'm saying use these blank cards, and you're like, what blank cards? Well, guess what? In your book, there's actually a little bag here, and it looks like someone stole the cards out of this one, but if you had cards, you could pull them out, and on those cards, you can draw on them, you can give them to a friend, you can turn them into a gift for someone. This page is where we do rubbings. That's where you would take a leaf and put it underneath, and then you would rub over the top with the side of a pencil or a crayon. This is something a lot of kids have been excited about. This is where I want you to imagine that you are as tiny as an ant, and you live, or a little beetle, or whatever you want to be, and you live in a garden or a forest or maybe in the grass right outside your classroom. And I would like for you to write a story. Maybe you run into a cockroach. Maybe a lawnmower scares you half to death and you figure out how you're going to deal with it. Anyway, you're going to write a story and you're going to draw pictures. Can't do that here, but you could do it at home. And if you do write it, bring it into me. I want to see it. This one page is kind of fun. Be an explorer. It's sort of a challenge. Draw something pretty. Draw something that's crawling. Draw something that's tall. Draw something that's prickly. Draw something that looks smelly. Now this is another bag, and inside of here there's going to be a string. My challenge to you is to take that string, to go somewhere. You're going to lay the string out in a circle. You can make it more circular. And then I want you to draw one of everything you find in that circle. So if you put it on the grass, you might say, Miss Turks, I have one piece of grass, I'm done. No, go digging. Last week, kids went into the grass and they found shells. They found bugs. They found rocks. They found adorable weeds. It was awesome. Now, not only will I have the string in here in this bag, but I would love for you to use this bag that when you go on a nature walk, you can collect things. You can put flowers or leaves or things that you find, and you can just collect them right in your botanical sketchbook. Now, to finish up here, We have a leaf detective page. This is where you can just draw any unusual leaves that you see, and you can write down your observations. You can even look at this chart and try and figure out what kind of leaf it is. That's super fun. We have this one, flowers. This is one I would love for you to do with your parents, because if you ask your mom or dad to draw a flower, they're going to go, honey, I can't draw a flower. No, you say, sure you can. They're going to start to do a circle and this kind of thing like that, and you go, no fake flowers. You have to actually look at the flower. I would love to see you do that with them. This is where you can draw a leaf, and this is just kind of like a botanical free draw. You can draw whatever you want. Now, that's our sketchbook, but I want to show you what we're going to do today. So like I said, when you get your sketchbook, you're going to write your name, the date, and the weather. You're going to open it up. You're going to take your Sharpie, and I want for you to actually look at this leaf. And when you do, I want for you to draw what you see. Don't just start drawing what you think a leaf looks like. I want you to actually draw what you're seeing. Oh, now you can't see the leaf. Here, I'll back up just a little bit. So I'm going to come here and do the edges. Now, today we're going to be using two different ways of adding color to your sketches. One is watercolor and one is colored pencil. Now, we're only going to use the watercolor on the cover, because if you use the watercolor on the inside of the journal, it's not going to dry in time and we're going to have a big old mess. We don't want that. So for this drawing, we're actually going to be using colored pencils. And when you use colored pencils, a lot of kids think, oh, when I use colored pencils, I'm just going to use one, and I'm just going to pull that green, I'm going to color in my green, and let's move on. No. I want you to look here. There's actually light yellow in here, there's light green, there's dark green. So we actually are going to use quite a few colored pencils today, and you might want to play around with the idea of sometimes drawing really lightly with your colored pencil and sometimes going a little bit harder. You can also, some kids were having a lot of fun actually painting in their coloring in their masking tape. I'm going to turn this onto the time lapse so you can watch me color this.